everybody, welcome back for our last installment of Dicing with Death for this week, and then we're going to take another 3-week break while Ryan and I, just have fun and throw beanbags at each other.
That's a joke. We should be back to some semblance of a regular schedule.
Hopefully, yeah.
Although, yeah.
All
right.
So
where in the world is Qualnir? Okay, yes, you are at the Gilded Rat.
I'm waiting for
Sun
Iris.
has just set, and Isis staggers in the door.
Staggers?
See, Iris staggers in the door.
Yeah, but she staggers in?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I walk up to her. I give her kind of a sniff.
She smells clean.
Does she smell like she's drunk?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Qualnir. She puts a hand on your chest.
What did I say about drinking?
Ladies drink sparkling wine.
Yeah, and I said to keep it to a minimum. I don't need you getting drunk. I need you getting information. We're supposed to be professionals here. What the hell? I didn't free you from that son of a bitch of a gnome just so that you could ruin all of my operations and plans. I swear to God, if you fuck this up because you can't stop drinking and you get too drunk, you're going to wish
your
that...
panties in a bunch.
I slap her.
Roll the hit.
20. Natural 18.
You're gonna knock the bitch out.
I mean, his open hand. Oh,
yeah,
who
she
the
passes
hell?
Out.
Who made the damn Twitch name Eric Nielsen? You jackass. Do you have any idea how many times my teachers in elementary, junior high, and high school called me Eric Nielsen?
Really?
Yes, all
That's
the
funny.
fucking time.
Yeah, so you slap Iris and she passes out.
Ugh, I drag her to a chair, and
you're getting some sideways glances, but you're in a rather shady establishment, so...
I put her in a chair, and I go ask Marcus for a glass of water. Oh, it's
lady troubles, it says.
Do you ever have an employee who doesn't do their job right?
There's an advantage to being self-employed.
Yeah, tell me about it. Do you have a glass of water? Or cheap ale? Water would be
you
preferable.
one of each.
Okay. I splash the water in her face.
Yeah, she comes to. That hurt.
Yeah. That hurt through your alcohol, too. So, what's the lesson that we're learning right now?
Don't piss off Qualnir.
Yes, don't piss off Qualnir. And more importantly, the lesson is keep your liquor consumption under control. When you're working, you don't get drunk, unless there's no other option. Now, what'd you learn? From being out there and drinking. Did you learn how to curtsy? She's
still sitting. She curtsies in while seated.
Stand up. Show me.
She stands and gives a passable curtsy.
Better. Keep working on it. Have you heard what the ladies like to talk about? Or, at least the topics of the day?
Men.
Good.
Men with boats.
Men with boats. Do you know anything about men with boats?
Not a thing.
You know what? I've got just the men for you. I stand her up and I walk her over to the table.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I hate to break up your... and lady, of course. I hate to break up your chit-chat. I have a favor. Less of a favor and more of an offer. Would you mind educating my mildly intoxicated friend here on everything going on with the Navy here in this part of town? I will... Oh, fuck it. I reach in my pocket and dump some gold coins on the table. We need to know. Don't ask why. Here's 20 gold. Teach her about what's going on with the fleets out there.
You just dumped the coins on the table?
I just dumped 20 gold coins on the table. Can you teach her everything that we might need to know about, at least the big issues going on out at sea right now?
What's her name? Denna looks at you wide-eyed. The men scurry to shove the gold coins in their pockets.
Good.
One puts an arm around um, Iris and
I
offers to show her the ship.
I draw my
Means to
knife
lead
and
her
point it
out
at
the door.
him. You touch her inappropriately, you will never be found.
What were you? Excuse me?
We are
So
here for an
he keeps
education,
his
not
hand
for you
around your
to
shoulder.
put your dirty ass paws. I grab with my left hand. I try to pick up his hand and tear it off of her. Not for you to put your dirty ass paws all over my business partner.
Okay. You grab his hand. He wrenches it away and says, "Don't touch me."
Yeah, that's how I feel about you touching her. We're here for
What the hell were
conversation.
you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you literally teach her about the ships going on out at sea. Literally teach her about what's happening.
Denna starts laughing and starts cracking up.
Fucking idiots. What's happening? Is there any new regulations? How many ships out there? What's the biggest ship in the fleet? Where does it guard? Why can't we pass under the bridge? Who is important in the Navy? Etc., etc., etc. We need the biggest, most important details. Don't bother with the small shit. And then I leave them to talk to her about it. I will listen in casually, but you don't necessarily need to fill me in on every detail.
Okay. They seemed a little startled by your outburst. But they fill her in on ships somewhat awkwardly
Okay.
in the fleet.
But yeah, she gets like, the guy who runs the fleet, maybe anyone else that's important, the name of the biggest ship, the cool things that everyone wants to talk about, the gossiping shit.
Sure, yeah. They mostly... Yeah, I mean, she gets a little of that and more of them talking about their own ship and how fast it is and how sneaky they are. It sounds like they're smugglers, reading between the lines.
Okay. Well, whatever.
What are you doing all the while?
Standing, watching, listening,
Okay.
and waiting for the tailor.
Okay. Eventually, what's his face? Marcus gestures you around back.
Okay. I can walk over to him and go, "Huh? What's up?"
Meet him in the alley.
Got it.
Or have her.
Okay. I go over and I say, "All right, thanks for the lesson.
Don't mention it.
We're gonna have to take a break. We got some shit to do. We'll be right back in a bit." And come on, let's go, Iris. And then we walk around to the alley back.
Okay. So you go in the back entrance, same tailor.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember if I said anything distinctive about him. Doesn't matter. He takes her measurements, says he can have a dress for her by tomorrow.
Good. We need something that goes well with what you made for me, if you remember.
Yes. Something elven?
Sure.
Could suit her frame.
Cool. Good. Thanks.
All right.
Okay. We go back and I put her back at the table and be like, all right, break over. Continue teaching.
Okay. They get back into it in a bit, and then eventually it just sort of devolves into them drinking and flirting, and
I butt in and stop them from flirting. I'm kind of being a jackass to them right now, like on the lesson, and and at a certain point, I'll just kind of once it's clear that she's not absorbing any more material or there's no more really important things to talk about, we will peace out.
sure. Okay. That's pretty much immediately.
Okay. Sweet.
So it's still relatively shortly after sunset.
As we're gonna leave and go back to Rustling Jimmy's, and as we do so, I stop by Denna again and
So
say,
you're standing around a table with her.
okay, well, yeah. Well, as we get up to go, I say, I haven't forgot about our deal. I'll see you in a couple of days. And give her another wink and walk out.
Couple of days. You're standing me up.
I'm not standing you up. Business comes before pleasure.
You don't want to get up in my business?
Iris, you can see yourself home.
All right. She
All
takes
right.
off.
Cool.
She's still sitting.
I give the other guys an expectant look and go, well, it was great meeting you guys. I think Den and I have some plans. Get out of here.
Roll a charisma check.
Maybe I'm getting a little too greedy. Oh god, Qualnir's not this much of a badass. 28. Thank God. Oh, thank
All
God.
right, you manage to muster up an intimidating enough look, and they scatter and go and spend your coin to buy a drink.
Thank God. Thank you, God of Dice. I know I didn't deserve that, but you were merciful and you were kind. Thank you, Gods of Dice. Thank you.
So you have Denna to yourself.
Unless you want to do another session of cybering with me.
Who said she's putting out?
Well, I would. Fine, we can flirt, Ryan. We can flirt. I don't mind flirting with you. Makes me feel less awkward about myself. So, Denna, what'd you have in mind?
You said you were going to show me a thing or two about wrestling, sword fighting.
Yeah. Penetrating defenses, scaling walls. Best way to disarm a man.
I know how to disarm a man. What do you have to teach me?
There's more than one way to disarm a man. Some are more effective in some situations than others. Sometimes you need to be able to properly slip around.
Oh, you catch her hand on the hilt of Bloodletter in an epically botched pickpocket attempt.
Wow.
So she's sort of got her hand reached around on your thigh, and you just like...
I just kind of push the hand, instead of from Bloodletter, like further over onto the inner thigh. So that's disarming indeed.
She gives you a firm grip. Firm but not painful.
I just kind of look her in the eyes and go, so, do you want to go someplace where we can actually practice?
Why don't I show you my ship? You seemed so curious.
I would love to see your ship. What do you call her?
Oh, I gotta come up with something good now, don't I? Yeah. The Icebreaker.
That's a great name.
Right, and she leads you out
Okay.
and down to the docks.
As we approach the ship, if we ever do approach the ship, I want to take a look at the name on the side to make sure it is actually the Icebreaker.
Yeah, you approach. It looks like it's actually pulled up to the quay. It's a small ship, and it's got a mast and a sail. It says the Icebreaker across the side. And as she approaches, she shouts, "Jurgen, get lost. I've got watch."
Sweet.
And a short man with broad shoulders and gorilla arms sort of scampers to shore and runs into town. And I suppose you've broken the ice sufficiently. We don't need to play this any further.
We don't need to... Okay, cool.
She takes you to the captain's quarters and shows you how to wrestle.
Sweet. Show her how to. Never mind. Never mind. Afterwards, as I'm
Roll
picking
a
myself.
Constitution check.
Which one are we doing first?
Let's do your performance.
Oh, 19.
Yeah. She wears you out. How do I do a GM roll?
/GR.
Okay, there's no GMR. Okay. And then your fertility check, sir.
1! Yes!
Crawl near the sterile. All right.
Sweet. I make sure that I have Bloodletter with me when I leave.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Of all your possessions.
Maybe next time we can see the hold or another part of the ship. I say as I dress.
Maybe next time you can swab my poop deck.
Well, I did tell you how I'd reach around back place, or how to penetrate defenses and slip around behind things. It's a little. I know how to get in and out of slippery situations pretty easily. Not too worried about it. Say, what are you doing day after tomorrow in the evening?
That depends. What do you have in mind?
How close are you allowed to get to Castle Seagate without attracting undue attention?
You mean, am I a wanted woman?
I mean, how close can your ship get to the island without pissing someone off?
I have black sails for a reason.
You know where Lady Ashenholt's window is? Or, sorry, not, Lady Seagate's window is? You know what chamber's hers?
Generally.
No, I'm not saying it'll come to this. But there may be a parcel tumbling out of her window tomorrow, night after tomorrow's. If there is, you should go get it and bring it back to me, and we'll split it. Now, no promises. Hopefully it won't require that, but if it does...
You want me to organize my crew in the middle of the night for a parcel that may or may not show up? I'm going to need more than that.
Don't do it then. As I said, that was an afterthought. Then again, the crown jewels are the Duchess's jewels are it's a lot to carry out by oneself, you know? Might have extra I just need to throw out the window because I can't bring it all back without being caught. Be a shame if they had to sit there all night long until I could get it in the morning. It's a gamble. It may not pay off. Your call. And I leave.
Okay, that night?
Yeah, I leave for the night and go back to Rustling Jimmy's. And unless you have something else in store, I am ready to fast forward to the night of the party.
Let's see. I don't know that I necessarily had anything else planned. I guess I was thinking dragging this out and then make the party a big to-do.
Oh,
we can improvise the party tonight.
Oh, no. If you want to wait till Sunday and do the party as a big to-do, we can do that. I can fill 45 or 20, 30 minutes. Easy.
Why don't we play out the next few days and see what happens?
Okay, cool. So, we've got, what's her face? Iris.
Yes.
Iris, okay. So, I get back to Rustling Jimmy's. I make sure that Iris is there.
She is not.
I go downstairs to the clerk and say, has my companion showed up tonight?
No, sir.
That's a real shame. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. More women wandering off when you let them out of your sight.
Whatever. I go to bed.
Okay.
There's no way I can find her in the city right now. If I go start asking
Nope.
around, people will remember her more. Okay. I go to sleep
Alright.
and I...
Do you lock your door?
Oh god, no. I leave it
Okay.
unlocked. But I sleep with blood letter under my pillow.
Okay. You wake up sometime in the wee hours of the morning to find Iris cuddled up in your bed,
Sweet. I go lock
still
the door.
still wearing her dress.
I go lock the door.
Okay.
Then I, put blood letter away and blah blah. And go to bed.
You don't sleep with bloodletter regularly?
No. I probably should, but I don't. Okay. I go to bed.
Okay.
Call.
Yes, you successfully fall asleep.
Sweet. Come morning time, I have Ed. Well, I get some food in us, and then I have Ed, teach some more curtsying, try and get a little bit better. I go over with her what I heard from Lady Seagate earlier the previous day. The sorts of things they were talking about, the gossip they were talking about. The
You
blah,
didn't
blah,
get
blah.
any specifics enough to help.
Okay, but just the concepts or the high topics of the day. If there's any details at all. If not, whatever. I describe Lady Seagate as much as possible. And
To Iris?
yeah. All right. So, Iris, when we do this tomorrow, you're going to be my escort. You're going to stick with me for as long as I'm walking around in there. At a certain point, I'm going to excuse myself. And that's when things are going to happen. I'm going to need you to make sure that you can still, fit in and don't draw any unwanted attention. I might be gone a while. If I don't come back, you're going to have to escort yourself out, and good luck to you, because I'm probably dead. If I do come back, either way, come back here to Rustling Jimmy's. If I am alive, I will be back here within a day or two, so stick around. The room's paid in advance.
Or rather, paid on credit.
Yeah. We will see Mika again there. I may leave with her if I need to get past a guard or something. If not, go ahead and talk with her, but I'm going to introduce you as Iris, so she won't... We're going to play along like you guys have never met, and like you've never met Steven either. Okay?
Sure. I'm a smart girl.
Good. Oh, and lastly, at the party, don't drink too much, okay? I can't have a drunk for a companion.
When have I ever had too much to drink? She sort of recoils, instinctively rubbing her face. Okay.
Good. So I will, and when this all gets back, we'll split it up. We'll divide the loot appropriately. You'll get a handsome reward, and at that point, it will be up to you whether you want to continue with us, or if you want to go on your own and disappear into the world and do whatever you want to do. Completely free at that point to decide.
Walnir building his harem.
All right then.
All right, so it is morning.
Yeah.
What does Qualnir have on his agenda for the day?
I want to try on my fancy clothes.
All right.
My really fancy clothes. I put them on and I start looking around. Are there any internal pockets inside them?
Yes, you had requested such.
Perfect. I had forgotten that.
Yeah. Got plenty of places to stash knives or jewels.
I can also, if they're big enough to stash my thieves' picks as well, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I'll probably hide those in my boots. I'll probably put thieves' picks in one.
Are in like a little leather case.
Yeah.
About yay big. It's not going to fit in your boots unless you remove them and.
I think it won't fit like in between my leg and my boot side.
Not unless you take them from their case and like dump all of your thieves' picks out in your boot.
Okay, but they'll fit in a pocket somewhere.
Yeah, you can fit them in one of your internal pockets.
Okay. Okay. So I've got. I'll have my money. What gear am I going to take with me? I'm going to have my. I'm going to have bloodletter in one boot. I will have no. I'll have a normal dagger in the other. No darts. I'll bring my lockpicks. I asked Iris, what was that name that you called me again? The Shadow? The Spectre? What was it?
Spectre, yes.
I write a little note. I just take a piece of paper and write on it. What should I write? I want to leave some sort of cool calling card. Something houses haunted. Something. I guess I'm going to go cheesy. I will write on the note. It looks like your house is haunted by the specter, or it looks like your castle has been haunted by the specter.
Okay.
And I will fold that up. I will put some wax on it to seal it, but I will not actually stamp it with my ring. I'll just leave it like a big bubble of wax on top to seal.
All right. Red wax.
Black wax.
Do you have black wax? I thought you had red and blue.
No, I have red and blue.
Can mix them together to make an ugly brown.
I'll use blue. And I'll tuck that in my pocket. Well, yeah. I'll leave that in one of my pockets as well. Oh yeah, here's scroll case. Okay. Cool, it's totally here. I will leave everything else. No, I'll take the blue glass as well. And the poison.
Your own poison or the one that Sturge gave you?
Sturge.
Slip the wizard.
Sturge. Okay. Cool. So, in the meantime, what do we have to do? What else can I prep for getting there? I guess there's not much else to do. We'll go pick up our clothes from the Gilded Rat, and I will just glance in to see if what's her name's there. Denna. I'll glance in to see if Denna's there as well.
She is not.
Okay, cool. I go ask. Well, while we're waiting for the clothes to be delivered, I ask Marcus, "What's the deal with Denna?"
The deal?
Yeah, she owns this place, right?
No, I own this place.
You own this place?
Yeah.
She runs the guild though, right? She's what's her deal? Who is she? She's not nobody.
No, she's higher up in the guild. A smuggler.
Just a smuggler? She's not a part of the leadership?
She's that too.
Anything I should know about her?
Not that I'm aware.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, she's not a praying mantis, is she? She's not going to rip my head off and eat me.
She just might.
She's done that before?
I wouldn't know.
All right. Well,
Girl can use a sword.
yeah. She also knows how to steal things, too. I caught her filching me the other day.
This is a thieves guild. Don't let the name fool you.
Well, I kind of thought there was one of those, you know, don't steal from each other sorts of things. I didn't realize you were open season.
You're not gilded. You are open season.
Gilded again. How's my application going?
Why do you think Chance is in town?
Makes more sense now.
The leadership will deliberate.
Chance didn't seem too terribly happy to see me. Said things were pretty fucked up in Ashenholt.
Yeah, that's what I hear. The bastard's taking things over, sort of treating the town as his own private barroom.
Chance. You know, he had all the opportunity in the world to do something great. Poor kid botched it. Yeah, whatever. I guess I'll just wait. I think it's just picking up clothing, making sure it works, and then I think we're good. Guess I can't kill half an hour, but I can do 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Shall we wrap it up early? We'll
Yeah,
chat riot.
I mean, we're only like 10 minutes early.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Let's do it that way.
I was thinking of throwing you a random encounter, but too lazy to all of a sudden introduce a bunch of were-rats to the city's ecosystem. Or something equally absurd. All right, so I guess that's it. Let's do experience, actually.
Score.
Good. So you murdered a couple 0th level fighters. You murdered the gnome and his bodyguard. So that I'll give you 400 XP.
For the murder of the gnome and the bodyguard?
Plus the whole deal with the raising the prostitute.
Right.
Showing her the light.
Okay.
I guess you get 15 for the drunk you skewered in the street.
Yes.
Every point counts.
Yes. And I think I stole... I stole 15 gold off the gnome, and then another 85 off of the...
I don't think...
No, 35.
You don't get experience for murdering and looting a corpse.
Okay, but I get experience
You get experience for, like, stolen goods, but...
It doesn't count if I kill everyone in the room and then steal their stuff?
No, you just get combat experience for that.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll give you 150 for espionage.
Okay.
What else did you do? I'll give you another 75 for breaking the ice and seducing Denna.
75 experience for seducing Denna? Okay, alright.
Is that a lot or a little?
A little in my mind, but alright, whatever. She could have killed me.
What?
There was great danger involved in that. Okay, anything else?
You defeated her in combat.
I know, I rolled that con check pretty low. Oh, okay. Times 10% for... Well, times 1.1 for... whatever you call it.
There's nothing
And
else you can think of.
no, that's only 745 experience, but that's okay. If all goes well, by Sunday, I should be a wealthy man. Well, wealthy in experience. My new total
And
is
gold too.
1244.9, and I need 20,000 to level. So that means I need what, 7,600,
You need to slay some dragons or something.
or get like, 20,000 GP worth of stolen goods.
That could do it too.
30,000 GP. How much gold can? This is going to present a whole new set of problems. It's not going to be, can I sneak in here and kill this? It's, can I not be detected with all the jingling jewelry that is so obviously Lady Ashenholt's? Because I'm not going to want to fence it all right away, because then I just have too much money. Unless I can get a bag of holding. How the hell am I going to get a bag of holding?
I don't know. If this were 15-year-old Neil DMing, they fall from the sky.
Oh, yeah.
That was always in the first horde of loot.
Totally. Well, because it's so... The utility is great, and it's such a wonderful magic item.
Yep.
Oh.
How much
All
gold
right.
do you have on you right now? Chat asks. And
I
I've been asking,
have
speculating.
126 gold.
Plus probably hundreds and hundreds worth of jewelry.
Gilded Rat
Art
owes
objects.
me 300. The art objects are no longer just paintings. I have 2 necklaces worth 1,000 gold, a gem whose value is untold, a bracer worth 600, and a brooch worth 400. So that's another 3,000 gold worth of jewelry, plus an unknown gem.
Yeah, that's fine. They were just trying to get an idea of... But liquid wealth is not too high.
Oh, that's right. I have a note here that says Miss Seagate is fond of slave boys.
You've gotten way more rumors about her since that.
Yeah. But the slave boys does recontextualize some things. Maybe not. Maybe they're love slaves.
Rare.
Indeed.
All right.
All right. That's it.
Yep. Vote for Neil and America's Next Top Model. I mean,
Next top streamer.
Intel's Next Top Streamer.
Yeah.
INTL.GG.
That's the one.
I
Also,
meant to shout it out at the beginning of the show, but I totally spaced.
it's all right.
You gotta hype yourself.
I was gonna do a different hype. I was gonna say that I've been leaking small details about running a campaign based on the new D&D rule sets that are being released in a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to keep details low and leaking out bit by bit, but I can say here and now that Ryan is going to be joining us.
He is? Just kidding. Yeah,
And
pretty excited.
Ryan and I will both be players.
Mm.
Dun, dun, dun!
The dynamic duo returns.
Oh, yeah. So, sink your juicy teeth into that. We have a start date in mind, but we're going to let you guys sweat it out a little bit longer to see when that starts. I'll probably release the start date this week, so keep your mind on that. For Intel.gg, you can vote once per day per IP address. So if you vote from your computer, you can do that once a day, and then you can vote from your phone once a day, as long as it's not on Wi-Fi, because then you're using the same IP address. You go to the office, you can vote from your computer there. You can switch your phone from 3G to 4G and then vote again, because 3G and 4G are different IP addresses. You can tell your girlfriend to vote from her computer and her phone. I think all of that wraps up on Tuesday of next week, I believe. I don't think it's tomorrow. I think it's Tuesday of next week. And I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Do you have any insight into how that's going, or is that all under wraps?
I do not know. There's no way for me to tell who is in the lead and who's not in the lead. But there's 5 slots open, and I haven't seen any other talk about this on Twitter or anywhere else, or heard from anyone else that's even in. As far as I know, I'm the only one. One way or the other, I'm gonna be in. You just put Koibu, Koibu, Koibu. It's my Twitch name that they're asking for. So, do that.
All of you. America's Next Top Model.
Yeah. Go. Yes.
All right.
That's it.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun. See you this weekend.
Bye-bye.